I mean, you know what I mean. If you're passionate and you care and you work at it, that's what I mean.
Can you remember the first gig where people paid in to see
it was actually quite like this. Because it was all our family in the audience. It was all our family in the audience, and we did a runner because we thought we were stars at the first gig, and we climbed out the back window of Towers and Nace, jumped in the car and legged it. But it was only our family outside. So we did a runner from our family.
Waiting for us, offering us a lift.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It made us what we are. We drove around Ireland in a white transit van for 12 months.
Stayed on.
Oh yeah. There was so much smoke, dry ice on the stage. We couldn't see each other.
For 4 songs.
The smoke machine broke for the first 3 songs. You couldn't see anybody on stage, except for the fact we were wearing orange overalls, and you could kind of see the orange through the cloud.
Now you were back on the Late Late Show within the year or thereabouts, because you were already beginning to make hit records. And I want to show a little news clip from that time. Have a look at this. Bring it back a little bit. Is there anything left?
Up to 300 screaming girls maintained their vigil at the RTE television centre for over 3 hours. And with the band trapped inside, the roof was the only outlet. Amidst all the excitement, 3 girls were taken to hospital. Others left their own mark on the day's events.
Can you remember all that?
I remember that performance. We performed Working My Way Back to You, and we were in the studio all day, in one of the rooms, and we got bored. And Keith said, let's play hide and go seek. We turn off the lights. Keith picks up a chair and throws it across the room. It lands on my head, splits my head open. I get into Vincent's here, I get 3 stitches in my head before the show.
And that's what happened to him.
That's what happened to me. I've never been right since. And then we did the show that night.
Yeah, and all the girls outside, literally hundreds of them.
But I think the likes of that now, as you see, the reason for all those girls there is, like Louis and I think this is where credit where it's due for Louis is he made us go all over the country, you know, from the top to the bottom in the transit van, playing to youth clubs and scout dens and that kind of thing. To, you know, sometimes 12 people.
Building a fan base. I mean, it's the old-fashioned foundation.
The old-fashioned way.
We always just say you used to throw darts at the map because we were in the Glenties in Donegal one night, and we were down in Cork City the next night.
Whoever gave them the money got the gig, basically.
It didn't help us appreciate everything in the future, you know. When you were going
And
out
tell us
and you were
about trying to
things.
get the records played. How difficult was it?
Well, it was hard to get everything then, Pat, because we hadn't had a kind of an Irish pop act before that, you know. So it was. I was up against it with everybody, except the media were very good to me, the newspapers. But it was hard to get radio. I mean, we were always on the Late Late Show. So it's still hard for Irish records to get played on Irish radio. That's my soapbox thing. It was tough, but then we got one great song, "Love Me for a Reason." And that was it. We never
But there were people like Larry Gogan, probably.
Oh, Larry's always good.
Always
I used to ring Larry's wife at home. I remember Florrie, I'd ring her and she'd say, oh, he'll play it. But it was tough, but I mean, they wouldn't be here otherwise today. You know,
all right, guys, you're going to do it. I want to get them off to get organised for another song, if you do that, because I want to talk to Louis just a little bit about... couple of things people have been asking me, right? X Factor. I mean, you were one of the shyest people around. You love being, you know, manipulating things backstage, but not front of house. And suddenly, for the last few years, you're front of house. How did you overcome your shyness to get out there?
I think experience. Because the first show I did the Irish Pop Stars, which was fine. Then I did Pop Stars, The Rivals, where Girls Aloud came from. And I really was shy then. But now I forget I'm on TV and I'm just myself. I just try and tell it like it is.
Second question, are you going to manage JLS?
No, I'm not.
You're
not because I can't. Because they have a contract with somebody else. I cannot manage anybody from this year's X Factor. I love Owen. I think Owen has got the X Factor.
Absolutely.
Totally has.
Will you be back on X Factor next year?
I think I'll be back next year. I mean, you never know. They renew our contracts in February. I think I'm back, yeah. He told me I was back anyway, Sam.
Yeah,
so, I mean, listen, it takes over your life.
Do you remember a couple of years ago they dropped you?
Oh, he sacked me, yeah.
And it wasn't the same.
I was sacked, Pat. I was absolutely sacked. That wasn't the story. I hope I'm back next year, but it does take over your life because it's like being in a soap opera. It's like a soap opera and a reality show, but it's huge, you know.
And you know when you're sniping at each other, I mean, is that real?
Absolutely.
Even though you're the best of friends?
We're friends, but I mean, we're in competition. We all want to win. It's like, you know, that's the way it is in the pop business.
All right, Louis, you stay with us because we have lots more to talk about, but I mentioned that prize we have.